So I've been engineering for about 10 years now. Got into it at school, recording local bands and choirs, orchestras. Kind of got into the Plymouth scene, which is pretty good actually, and came across Ollie James, who is a tour manager. He asked me if I'd be interested in doing the sound for the Acid. I've started doing Howling from the beginning of this year, which is another project that Rye's in, and Ryex as well this February. I've been using an iLive for quite a few years, and when the GLD came out, it was obviously an interesting new desk to try out, and I've been using that now for about a year, and is being used for Howling, the Acid and Ryex. The band actually bought the desk so that we could take it on tour and be able to keep refining the mix every night. So we do a multi-track recording every night, and then before the band have even come in, I can do a virtual sound check, play back the previous night's gig, and just, you know, dial in a few things and really kind of perfect what's going on. With Howling in particular, it's quite an interesting mix because there's live elements, electronic elements, and it's kind of important to combine the two sounds seamlessly with effects and processing to create kind of homogeneous sound. So what's really great about the GLD Chrome is those new plugins, including the Space Echo, which you can really dial it in and, you know, get some pretty crazy sounds, which works with this. What also comes with Chrome is, you know, the new compressors, the new delay, just a whole selection of great new tools, which just you can get your hands on and actually dial them. You feel like you're actually using the real gear, which is always what you want. And it's amazing how it feels like a more expensive desk because of the tactile nature of the faders and the knobs. Rye is very particular about what he likes to hear in his ears, and for me, out front as well. So that's great because we work together and constantly refine everything that's being heard. So not only am I using scenes to recall songs within the set, but I'm also recalling effects parameters that change within each song. So the verse might have a short reverb, whereas the chorus has a really long one. But it's also got an octave on the vocal. And there's all these changes that happen through the set, which Rye used to do on a pedal. He used to have a whole chain of vocal effects, but I've now taken that away from him, and it's my job to be recalling all those changes. So it's important that we have the same desk at every gig so that we can make all those changes seamlessly. What we found particularly great on this run has been the ability to use the GLD-80 for fly shows, which is great because most desks you can't fly with because they're over 30 kilos, whereas the GLD-80 in a flight case with a lamp and a cable in the back comes in at like 29.5 kilos. What I've always liked about not only the GLD but most Allen Heath products is the fact that you don't feel like you're working inside a computer. You feel like you're actually controlling the mix, and it's not getting in the way of what you're doing. It's helping you. It's a tool which I don't find on some other desks. So it's great to have that, and it's to be refined and improved with the new edition. You know, it just feels right.
Yeah.